Yeah, that's great. Well, I just want to go back to Rabbi Alfasi for a minute. Did you see the relationship between Rabbi Alfasi and Rabbi Yitzchak?
That's what I explained to you before. It's just the fact that, to me, the impression that left for me, the mere fact of the way you go to your Rebbe's house and he's standing by the door waiting for you when you know he's at no kaichas. He's sick. You saw the way even his demeanor in the house, he wasn't like full of energy. I'm not going to say he was sluggish and whatever, he held himself very well.
But he picked himself up.
But he was standing by the door, He was standing by the door with the door wide open, greeting him.
And he showed Rabbi Yitzchak a lot of covet.
When I asked him for his bracha on the way out, I said, Rabbi, can we get a bracha? He turns to him like this. He says, "You have it."
That's right.
So, to me, to believe more ahava than between a Rebbe and a Talmud. It's funny. I don't know if the Rebbitzin would be minded to it today, but shortly after her trip to America, right after she lost, her husband, she came to America. The first trip she came into the office, and she came to speak to him. She broke down crying, and she said, "I feel him in the room."
You remember her saying?
I wasn't there, but I remember when it happened, and I remember I came later on that day.
Right.
And I remember it was still fresh.
Right. You would remember that the office secretary was overcome by what had happened.
I remember the mood of the office was of that. And the Rebbitzin herself, she said, we used to have a picture right on the wall before we came out.
Right.
And she said she felt him mamash sitting in the room.
Right. That's right.
So I don't know if you can.
She was there for 3.5 hours. It was the most incredible.
I remember because at that time we were more involved with the office. So I knew the ins and outs going. Was I there? No, but I remember that was the feeling of what was going on.
Yeah, it was a spectacular. We cleared off the whole day, and she was there for 3.5 hours, and she actually told him at that time that you are the only person that Rabbi Alfasi ever said to learn Kabbalah.
Right.
And really, but you are you Shmuley Isaacovich are one of the few people that saw the relationship.
Yeah, no, I saw the relationship. I knew the relationship as I knew that it was what was going on. I knew the amount of times that he called him. Not every, but at that, I had a tremendous chus of going through the back door, so to say, because from the beginning when I went to Rabbi Yitzchak, he sort of opened his house to me, as you would say,
right,
and allowed me in. A lot of people, and that's why, a lot of people feel, and that's what a lot of the people that I felt in the beginning, that people's kindness used to be, was that everybody that left Rabbi Yitzchak's room, he used to tell them, "I want to hear from you back, I want to know what's going on," which is emes.
Right, that's right.
But then they would say, "Oh, I'm trying to call back, and I can't get through."
Right.
I said, because, we want to hear the office or the people that are involved. It's nice to know from davening for somebody that he's having refuah shlema.
Right.
But in a person's time of day, which, I followed the rabbi's schedule for quite some years, and I know when he's Baruch Hashem feeling better, from leaving the office at 12 o'clock and having chavrusa at 4 o'clock and still doing tikkunim at home.
Right.
When he gets home, the amount of hours he actually sleeps to the amount of chavrusas that he has lined up during the day, for everybody to keep getting their constant phone calls, there's only so much time in the day.
Right.
At certain times when you're even sometimes when you're on a trip with Rebbe, there's certain times you get places a little quicker, and you're not sure how time flies,
right,
or how time doesn't fly. But most people still, in the average day, we're locked into time, and there's and a lot of people don't want to believe that or understand that because they're thinking about their own negiyas. What do you mean? I need this now,
right?
Which is also, that's part of becoming close, that you have to realize that you can't just, you have to respect that and let everybody appreciate that.